a few days ago, my dad was cleaning out the garage and he asked me to help him build some stuff and fix some stuff. And as I was nailing some stuff, my back started getting sore because I was bending over the whole time. And at that point, I was just reminded of a video that I watched a few days prior to that. And it was about a guy who built a wooden structure, and it was just awful. And when he dropped it, the whole thing just broke apart. And that just made me laugh so much. And I started reliving those emotions again. Even just speaking about this is bringing those emotions back. And I just continued that project and was able to finish it. And that memory just took my mind off my problems and my back that was hurting, stuff like that. And that's how powerful our memory is. And a few nights later, I was lying in my bed and I was reminded of something bad that I did probably like 10 years ago. And that just made me feel down and discouraged and bad about myself. And that's how powerful it is. It's if we remind ourselves of something and play it on the movie screen of our mind, so to speak, then we just relive all those emotions again, and that can dictate how our day goes and how we go through the day and how we feel about ourselves and those around us, and even the decisions that we make. 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 13 in the Amplified, it says, I think it is right, as long as I am in this earthly tent, to inspire you by reminding you. Peter could inspire a group of people just by reminding them of some stuff. That's how powerful it is. And so many times when, let's say, you're driving to work and maybe you're reminded of something funny that someone said or did, maybe one of your children, and that just brings a smile to your face. And in the same way, if you're reminded of something bad, it can make you feel down and discouraged throughout the day. So many times what we do is, if a bad memory comes up, then we just grab popcorn, so to speak, and just rewatch that whole clip on the movie screen of our mind. But we have the power to change the channel. We can change what we do, what we dwell on, and what we think about constantly. I'm going to read something in 1 Samuel chapter 17. This is a story about David, a shepherd boy, and in my mind, a shepherd is someone who walks around in a field with sheep, and in Bible times he had his staff with him, and that's about it. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to start verse 33. Says 1 Samuel chapter 17:33 King James. And Saul said unto David, Thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for you are but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. David said to Saul, Thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went after him, and smote him, and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, and smote him, and slew him. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be just as one of them, seeing he hath defied the armies of the living God. Verse 37 says, David said moreover, The Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion, and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. And Saul said unto David, Go, and the Lord be with you. Just before David was about to face Goliath, possibly one of the biggest giants or biggest battles that he faced during his life, and that was kind of a defining moment in David's life. Just before facing that enemy, the thing that David did is he reminded himself of the previous victories that the Lord has helped him get through, and he applied that to his current situation. So he took past victories, applied them to his current situation, and he got breakthrough in that situation. Verse 40 says, And he took his staff in his hand. I don't know why David took his staff when he went to fight Goliath, but it says, And he took his staff in his hand, and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook, and put them in a shepherd's bag which he had, even in his scrip, and his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the Philistine. So what he did is he took his shepherd's bag, he took his sling, and he took his staff. I don't know why he took his staff into battle, but perhaps he probably had that staff with him when he faced the lion and the bear, because he was a shepherd. He always had his staff with him. So perhaps he took that as a symbol of the goodness of God in his life. Remember what the Lord has said to you and what he has done for you, and that can truly change how you live life and how you go through life day by day, and even affect the decisions that you make. So I want to encourage you, just start reminding yourself of the things that the Lord has done for you in the past. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you gained some value, and I hope you learned something from this video, and I trust it blessed you in some way. If it did, perhaps share this video with someone else who might find value from this, and let's just take the word to the world.